All right, today we're jumping into a story that is just mind-blowing. It's one of the most incredible accounts of a spiritual journey's end ever put to paper. Seriously, this thing pushes the limits of what you can even imagine and gets right into the nature of reality itself.
So, let me ask you something. Imagine you've spent your entire life on a quest, right? You've learned from all the best teachers. And now, you're at the finish line, the very last step. What happens then? I mean, what does that final, ultimate realization actually look like? That's the exact question at the heart of the story we're exploring today.
Okay, so let's meet our hero. He's a young pilgrim named Sudana, and we catch up with him at the very end of this massive, epic journey. I mean, this guy has visited more than 100 teachers, traveling all over the place to soak up as much wisdom as he can. And now, here he is, standing right at the threshold, about to meet his final master.
But hold on, just as he's about to take that last step, something absolutely wild happens. His very first teacher, the legendary Bodhisattva Manjushri, suddenly appears. But he's not there in person. He shows up from this impossibly huge distance away. He literally reaches his hand across 110 realms just to give Sudana one last, super-critical piece of advice.
And you've got to understand, the timing here is everything. Manjushri is basically saying, hey, don't get comfortable now. Don't you dare think you're done just because you see the finish line. The danger, even when you're this close to enlightenment, is getting satisfied with what you've already done. The real quest, he's telling him, never really ends. It has to be infinite.
So Sudana really takes this to heart. He just lets go of that whole, I'm almost done feeling. Instead, he focuses every ounce of his being on one single powerful thought, meeting his final master, the Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. And this incredible, pure focus, well, it actually starts to bend the reality around him.
Yeah, the world itself starts to respond. This isn't just in his head. His focus, mixed with the power of all the enlightened beings out there, kicks off this chain reaction. A series of 10 amazing miracles just appear, completely transforming everything he sees.
And we're not talking small stuff here, like finding a lucky penny. No, we're talking about entire worlds becoming pure. All the bad places, the evil paths, gone. The ground itself starts blooming with lotus flowers. And maybe the most amazing part? All beings, every single one, suddenly have their hearts filled with kindness, all turning towards enlightenment. It's like a total reset of the outer world.
Okay, so you're thinking, wow, that's got to be it, right? How can it get any more profound than that? Well, it does. After the world gets this incredible makeover, the very fabric of reality itself starts to, well, peel back. From every tiny speck of dust, an infinite, dazzling display of light just starts pouring out. So here's the key distinction, you see. Those first 10 signs, that was the outside world getting cleaned up, kind of like a reward for Sudhana's own virtue. But these new visions of light, that's something totally different. This is a sneak peek, a little preview of the inner reality of the incredible being he's about to meet.
And just like that, the moment is here. Sudana's mind is totally prepped, totally ready, and he finally sees him, his final teacher, the Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. And what he sees, it just completely shatters everything you thought you knew about space, about size, about reality itself.
Now, before we get into the crazy visuals, let's just be super clear on who we're talking about here. Samantabhadra isn't just some wise old teacher. He is the living, breathing embodiment of practice. Think of him as the doing part of enlightenment. He's all about that relentless, compassionate action stretched out over countless ages.
So Sudana locks in his focus. He's not looking at a big fancy throne or a blinding halo, not at first. Instead, he zooms in, way in. He looks at the smallest possible thing he can see, a single pore on Samantabhadra's skin.
And this is the heart of the whole vision. From that one tiny, microscopic point, this endless river of light just erupts. And inside that light, whole universes. And I don't mean one or a million. I mean infinite universes, every single one of them complete, unique, and real.
The original text actually has a name for this number. It's Bukeshuo, which literally translates to unspeakably unspeakable, or incalculably incalculable. It's not just a lot. It's a number so big you can't even think about it. It's basically their term for true, mind-bending infinity. And get this, inside each one of those infinite universes, all still packed into that one tiny pore, Sudhana sees, well, everything. He sees countless Buddhas achieving enlightenment and teaching. He sees whole cosmic timelines play out,
The past, the present, the future, all happening right now. Every single being, from the gods down to the tiniest insects. Every mountain, every river, every star. All of it, tucked away in something smaller than a pinpoint.
And just when his mind is totally blown, there's one final twist. Sutana realizes he's not just watching some cosmic IMAX movie. He looks closer, and he sees himself in there. He sees his own body inside all those infinite worlds. And he's not just standing there. He's actively teaching, helping beings. The Watcher has become part of the show. The line between them has just dissolved.
Okay, so the big question, right? How is this even possible? How does anyone get to a point where their body literally contains the entire cosmos? Well, Samantabhadra himself explains it, and it's not some magic trick. It's the payoff for an amount of effort and dedication that is just beyond our comprehension.
So the recipe for this, it's all about total, absolute dedication. And you have to do it for a stretch of time so long our brains can't even process it. You serve every enlightened being you can find, you relentlessly seek the true Dharma, the true nature of reality. And on top of that, you have to be willing to sacrifice everything, your body, your money, your life, all for one single reason, to help and protect every other living being out there.
And this really shows you the kind of mental game required. For all that time, for what the text calls oceans of eons, he never had a single thought of anger, not one selfish impulse. He never even got tired. His mind had only one gear, one single unwavering motivation, the mind of enlightenment, fueled by an endless supply of compassion.
And that brings us to the grand finale of Sudana's quest. He's seen the vision, he understands how it came to be, and now he goes through one last total transformation. See, the journey doesn't just end with a new piece of knowledge, like, oh, I get it now. No, it ends with him becoming the knowledge. In that single moment, Sudana's own practice, his own wisdom, his own compassion, they all expand to become identical to Samantabhadra's and to all the Buddhas. He didn't just reach the destination, he became the destination. The seeker became the path, his very being filling up all of reality.
So that leaves us with one last thing to chew on. This ancient story. It's not just some cool sci-fi fantasy, is it? It's making a pretty deep statement about reality itself. I mean, if the infinite cosmos can fit inside a single pore, if the whole universe can exist in a single tiny point, what does that say about the line we draw between me and the universe? Where does that boundary really exist? Maybe, just maybe, the only boundary is the one we're imagining.